a lot of foreigners, especially some of my learners, sometimes ask me, how many ways for greetings in Vietnamese? In fact, because sometimes they hear people say chào anh, sometimes they hear em chào anh, con chào chú, cháu chào bà, xin chào. Okay, so how many ways of greeting in Vietnam? So in this lesson today, I'm going to show you some popular ways for your greetings in Vietnamese you can use. Of course, it is different from English. In English, we have some popular ways in greetings. For example, hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, hey, what's up? However, in Vietnamese, we have only one or two structures. Mostly, we focus on using personal pronouns. And in this lesson today, I'm going to guide you how to use personal pronouns in Vietnamese. And then, guide you a little bit on how to use for greetings. Okay, let's get started. As you can see on the board, you have chào anh, em chào anh, or the most popular way you can hear is xin chào. Okay? If you want to make practice, if you want to use greetings, if you want to greet people in Vietnamese, we usually say xin chào. However, we also have em chào anh chào em, con chào chú. Okay, many different ways. But actually, we don't have a lot of ways like you think. But in fact, we are using different personal pronouns for the same structures. Okay, so now in this lesson I will show you. So look at this. We will have some personal pronouns like this. And these are used for, okay, and you will know when to use for who, for whom in different cases. And this is, we applied some personal pronouns for greetings in Vietnamese. Okay, let's move on. The first one is anh, chị, em, cô, chú, bác, thầy. Okay, let's observe an example. If you see your teacher in your school or university, how can you greet the teacher? Can you say con chào chú, em chào anh? No. That is your teacher, so you must say em chào thầy. Or if the teacher is female, you say em chào cô. In some environment of education in Vietnam, we can also use con chào thầy, con chào cô. Alright? So, that sounds a little bit challenging. So in this lesson, we will show you how to practice in different and specific cases. Okay? And now, we use anh for male. And the male must be older than you or the same age to you. Example, you say chào anh. Or to show your respect to this person, okay, you can say em chào anh. Okay, for the full version, okay. Yeah, so we also have two popular versions. So the first one you can say chào and one personal pronouns, and the second way is you can say chào anh or em chào anh. Okay, you just put one more personal pronouns here for the first person, and this is the third person, right? The next one, chị. So you can use chị for a female but older than you, maybe older or the same age. Okay, with a sister or with a woman older than you call chị, or the same age to you also use chị to show your respect in the general communication, right? Next, em. You use em for a person, can be male or female, but younger than you. Alright? For example, we have chào em when you see a student, when you see maybe a girl or a boy younger than you. And next, we'll have cô. Okay? Focus on this. We have two different cases to use. Cô is female, middle age. For example, 35, 40, 45, 50 years old, and maybe a teacher. Because cô can be your teacher, female teacher. Remember that. And we have chào cô. This woman can be older than you. Chào cô to show your respect. However, in your schools or university, if you're a student and your teacher is a female, you can say em chào cô. Okay, in this case. Next, chú. Chú is used for male in the middle age. For example, you say chào chú or cháu chào chú. One more thing, remember that. You can say cháu chào cô, cháu chào chú. In the northern culture, you say cháu chào cô, cháu chào chú. However, in South of Vietnam, you say con chào cô, con chào chú. Yeah, a little bit different. And back, similar. Back for male or female. Okay? For example, once you visit your friend's house, your friend's parents, you meet your friend's parents, and your friend's parents are about 45, 50, 60 years old. How can you greet? How can you greet them? You say con chào bác for both male and female. Alright? Yeah. Next, thầy. Okay, this is for specific use. You can use it for male teacher. Remember that we also have female teacher. Here, female teacher is cô, and male teacher is thầy. So we use chào thầy, em chào thầy. But in case of when your teacher is old and you too young, in some cultures of Vietnam, you can use con chào thầy. For example, if you are the freshman at the university and your teacher is a professor about 60 years old. In this case, you can say con chào thầy to show your respect to teachers. Okay? Okay? You want to follow me in the next lessons? I will show you some more different cases to use personal pronouns. Okay? And then you will avoid the confusion when using personal pronouns in Vietnamese, especially for your communication. Okay, thank you for joining the lesson today. Goodbye.